All right, so today's project is going to be Massey Fergusoning, and we'll get started on that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and we are of course at the same place as the 1650. And he said, hey, you know, sometime while you're here, fix this one too. So it obviously, to me, he said, you know, points and plugs and that kind of stuff. Also wires. I mean, electrical taped up. We'll probably give it the whole treatment, but I thought it'd be neat to just see it run first before, you know what I'm saying. Let's see if we can. I am not a Massey Ferguson person. I thought there was a key there, and there ain't nothing happening. Do you have to have a or were they concerned about safety and you have to have your foot on the clutch? Or do you have to have the, I thought that was all in these sticks. Nothing. Okay, maybe we won't hear it run today. Maybe we won't hear it run today, you know? Maybe the battery's dead and they jumped it. That's entirely possible. Pretty sure the battery's under the hood, and I don't know if you can. There. I was gonna say, I thought you could do that thing, but we're not getting no nothing. And I don't understand that. Like I said, unless the battery's dead. I did bring my little multimeter, or not multimeter, but let me go get it. Got this little gizmo from the viewer. We'll see if it'll tell us a reading of what this might possibly be. 10.1. So that's probably low enough that it wouldn't do anything. I don't know, but I guess it doesn't matter. It needs that stuff anyway, so we definitely will make that happen. Let's just see, is there any? There's 10.2 there. I could get the screwdriver and see if I can jump across it. I bet there's a trick I just don't understand on this one for some reason, even though I thought that they were all about the same. Let's see, would this be the start? Or is this on the start? It would have to be this one. Boy, look at that. Only got one little, we need to put a different end on that for him. Yeah, dead battery. Yeah, okay. That's fine, little Fergie. So, oh my, it's gonna be fun, I can tell you that right now, but we'll get the appropriate stuff and we'll just go over this one too, you know, while we're make sure that everything's the right way. But I gotta grab stuff in town, so we might as well do that. But I thought I'd do a preliminary overview, you know, before we did that. The old tractor, it's been used, you can tell, but it's not wore out, I don't think. It looks like it has potential left. It's got some rust issues on there like everyone ever has. And then that fender's got a hole where they probably had a radio or something mounted and it finally vibrated it out. But I don't know. I'd say she's a solid little horse, just been used. So I'll grab some stuff and we'll be back and make this happen. All right, well, that thing's still sitting there in one piece. That radiator needs cleaned though. I'm gonna have to make sure to mention that. But we're going to get this running. I got some parts, but I decided I would probably like to hear it run before to know what I'm up against. So I've got my jump pack, 11.7. My little tester yesterday said it was only 10 volts, but let's give her a go. Flooded. Okay. What? I don't know what's happening there. There we go. It doesn't sound that bad. That's too high, it looks like. It's got kind of a miss in it. Okay then, well, that drifts down immediately. It actually runs better than I thought it would. But he said, give it a tune-up. So that's what I'm gonna do. Plus, if you recall, the spark plug wires had electrical tape on them, so it's time to do some stuff, you know, and things. But the fact that it blew that cap off of there makes me also wonder what kind of shape our little air filter element might be. Well, there's a bird feather on it, and it doesn't look like it's been replaced in many moons. So, quite probably, I need to make that happen very shortly. And I quite probably won't get that done today because the auto parts store will probably be closed by the time I get back. It is a Saturday, see? So, whatever. But it did start and run, which is more than I thought it would based on his description. So, we are going to start over here and give her the full shebang. So I'm going to get a socket to take the spark plugs out, get my wire pliers to make wires, and probably a flathead screwdriver would be the good things I need first. And we're going to hope the wind doesn't blow the doors onto my pickup, but if they do, hey, that's life. All right, there we go. Now you can kind of see everything. This has a my just absolute favorite screw style distributor cap. Not a fan of those, but such is life. They're just not pleasant. And I don't think you have to take them. I don't remember. I don't work on things with screw style caps enough. The 1600 and 1800 had them originally, but there's a lot of them that have been changed out over the years. So you just don't. You know what I'm saying? Which, saying 1800 consequently reminds me, I need to run out and work on a tractor for that guy where I got all that stuff from. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now we're going to try to tuck this out of the way for just a minute. This obviously is not very good, is it? But I guess it would make sense to just go ahead and do this all right now. Providing that a guy could get that off of there, because right now it's looking like it ain't wanting to play ball. And if I am too rough with it, well, then we're gonna have a problem. It absolutely will not. God night. Okay. Well, friends, I think we're hosed again. It's always something. And why would this be any exception? There's our new one. Blue. And it does kind of look like it's burnt the tip off of it maybe a little bit. I don't know, maybe it's just a different style. But gotta try to get that off of there. Sadness is happening. It's stuck. And there's nothing out of the ordinary that should be making it stuck. So, manhandle. Just, there we go. Why was that so hard to get off of there? These don't look bad, but they're definitely corroded a little bit. So, sure. We really need to get it. Can we roll it over there somehow enough to get it on the high side? Of course, that was opposite. Okay? Opposite of what I wanted. I can't hardly see. Let's go just a little. That's together. I think we're there. That's our open. It's not very glorious, is it? Not very much. Open. But we're gonna make it happen, friends. We always do. We always do. I forgot about that other wire that was about to break off. We need to do something about that for him. Okay. Boy, only one screw to hold it down. I see what they've done. And what they've done is it's got a little slot you can stick in and pry against, and then you got a little, yeah. They look almost new, but they're burnt. They got a lot of burning. I don't know if you can see that. Makes me also wonder if I should have got a coil, you know? This is one of those cases where I'm not exactly sure what coil I would put on here. I don't know how the wiring is on this tractor. There's our new points, which we'll probably have to sand to get to work. Because right out of the box anymore, they don't work. All right. Okay, stay put. Okay, I'm not real exactly sure. Okay. Yeah, okay, that'll fit in there. I don't really like this point setup, I'll be honest with you. I think it has a little bit to be desired. That's too much. So you're supposed to put your screwdriver in there and just give it a little kerchuff, little pry action to get what you want. And maybe it would help if I had a shorter screwdriver too. I kind of like the ones that have an eccentric screw because they will keep it, you know what I'm saying? They'll at least keep it kind of where you have it. See if it goes together. Okay, we're plugging along. That wind's kind of annoying with that door. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm gonna say that'll work. Gotta put this back on. Not exactly sure if there's a magical thing that holds it where it's supposed to be in the meantime, because that don't seem quite right, does it? It fits that way better. But I also I think I want to, let's get this emery cloth out of my pocket. Are you happy to see me, or is that emery cloth in your pocket? Can it be both? Wonder if this distributor is about wore out. You know, I had that trouble on my little Ford. It just kind of looking like maybe it's not the greatest. Question mark. Nope, that didn't work. Don't worry. We will be taking this apart again, I'm sure, because that's how it always works. We always do it twice, you know. Things just don't go the perfect way for us. There we go. Now, there should be a right and a wrong way to do this. It looks like it would be this way, which already is the wrong way. No. Looks like it would go that way, because would it go this way? It looks like it would go either way. And it don't matter. A lot of them only have one way they go. This one was like this, which means that that extra little kerchuffle, which you don't know what I'm talking about, but it would be over there. So I'm gonna go with this. Go it this way. Am I right? Well, time will tell. having a hard time. And handily enough, right on the block, they stamped the firing order, so we won't have to work so hard. All right, I like that better already than what was on there. What was on there was kind of loose. Kind of like that spark plug was. Oh well. All right. Not as bad as I thought it would be. That's the theme of these tractors. I thought they would be worse, but they're not. So they have gotten more love in the last few years than what meets the eye. But still, need to be very careful here, because this is where we do something dumb and end up gonna stop with that. And this is the kind of deal where we're gonna make the wires as we go. Because why not? And we got plenty of wire. It really doesn't matter which one I choose. They're all way longer than what we need. So that one's gonna go there. And the way it was on there was like this, which means that this one is number 1. The firing order is 1, 3, 4, 2. So 1, 3, 4, 2. So we're gonna get after it. I like to leave a little bit up there, but not so much that it's obnoxiously long. And then what you're gonna wanna do is drop all of the boots and the pieces that you need. Because why not? Friends, why not? All right, let's put that in there. Come on. Come on. I don't like that. It's not. There we go. There we go. All right. 1, 3, 4, 2. So if you go backwards, then you can do 1, 2, 4, 3. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna do. That plug looks pretty good. I mean, I would say that cylinder's using less oil than the others. But still some oil. I'm having a heck of a time back here. Got stuff all over the place. Sure. Let's see. Gentle, gentle. All right. Now, it just occurs to me before anybody starts asking, because they will, I guarantee it. They're going to say, what part numbers did you use? for stuff? Well, let me get all the boxes together here and I'll show you. Here is, that's the points, CS 788. This is the condenser, RR176. The rotor, RR182R, which consequently Napa's computer did not cross that or the condenser over. I had to look it up in the paper book. The distributor cap, RR181. And then the plugs call for a 555 Champion, but I'm using 386 Autolites, which are the equivalent. I think Autolites are better plugs. So, yeah, I guess if you have one of these and you wanted to know, now you do. All right, this one is the shortest of all. We're going right there. Yep, we are. I'm gonna pull that one off to make it. It's so short you can't hardly work with it. All right. Let's get that down in there. Come on. Right, there's that. We're coming along. Next one is 3, which consequently is right in front on the distributor cap. That one looks good, like it's not been using much oil. The number one looked like it probably wasn't in the greatest health, but such is life. Right. It's gonna go right there. Oh, we need to put our food on. It's easier before you strip that end for whatever reason. All right. Alright, one more. So I can get that out of the way. Boy, we're gonna play sticky boot. Great. That was probably right there the source of some of our problems is the corrodedness of this coil wire. I don't know. So, certainly. That one is using a little oil, probably, the way she looks. Like I just whacked you in the face. Well, Such is life, friends. If you're gonna sit there right in the way, you're gonna get hit every now and again. All right. All right, so that's all put on there. I need to still get a ring terminal. I don't have a big enough one with me, but when I get an air filter, then I suppose I can make that happen. What are the chances that we charge the battery enough to run? About 0. Nothing. It will not even make that happen. He can get a battery, he already said. I guess that's what he wants. Now what if I do this? Well, kind of ran, didn't it? Come on. Well, why aren't you running, pal? Are you flooded? How much do you want to bet? Because I've seen this before. How much do you want to bet that those new points are not firing? They're not sparking. They did for a second, and then they quit. That's what I bet is happening. So now we're gonna do this number. Take this back off like I knew we would. I knew this would be. I mean, I just know by now, friends. I know what kind of trouble is to befall us. Will you crank even a little? No. Let me turn the thing back on. Alright. Yep, nothing. Just as I suspected. Why do they do this, friends? That they do it every single time. I mean, almost every brand new set of points. I even sanded them before we started. And still I got nothing. Whatever kind of coating they use on these things. Is ridiculous. What we got now? There. Yep, that's all it'll take. Now we'll put it all back together. I mean, it's just crazy that brand new stuff don't ever want to play ball. It's really frustrating when it'll start and run for just a second, and then that makes you think, well, it can't be the points because I just put them in and it did try to fire. But it can, and it will. All right, now will you run? Did it again. I think it did it a second time. It fired a couple times and then quit. Let's take this and do this number right here. Same type of deal. No sparky in the right placey. See that? It should fire every single time, and it doesn't. So now we gotta keep doing this until it does. Now, I bet you when I do this, it'll do it every time. Or not. So, somebody's car alarm went off. Not me. Let's see. Well, it seems like it's doing what it's supposed to. But at any time, it could stop it again. Let's try her again. All right. Let's see what happens now, please. Better, not perfect, but better. It ain't charging a lick. Uh-oh. Why did it quit? Why did it quit? Did it quit because it's out of battery? Or did it quit because the points shut off again? Let's try again. I think it quit because the points shut off again. Dang it. You little thing. You're gonna fight me to the bitter end. I don't like that. Actually, I'm almost tempted to put a new coil in it and see if that helps us too. All right, well, I'm not satisfied with it yet. So I ordered some stuff. There was nothing on hand in town. What a shocker. It's closing time on a Saturday. This air filter was an act of Congress to get one. They didn't, I ended up going to the O parts store to order it. It won't be here till Wednesday. So, but I'm gonna leave this in condition where if they take off with it, it will still run, you know, and then we'll just pick it up from there. It needs a battery. It needs the battery to be able to be charged because it starts running worse and will eventually die when that battery finally, like when I shut my little jump box off, finally the juice that it put into the battery wears off and then it's dead. So we're probably gonna have to figure that out for him. And yeah, so we're probably gonna have to do some regulator replacement / repair on that deal. And I did order a coil because I feel like that's part of our issue too, because the old points were burnt, and what I'm thinking has happened is the resistor inside is going bad, and that would account for it burning points, and it would account for it running not the greatest. So we'll slap that on because it looks like it's probably not been done ever, if at all. And I might try to go online and find a wiring diagram just to see how everything is. And another thing we need to do next time is fix this wire because it's not very good. It's about to break off. So I need to bring bigger ring terminals along for that. But hopefully we can get this going for him. Yeah, I mean, it's just time to give it a little once over. It needed some attention, you know. Those plugs were where it's time to replace them, even though they were probably still working. The wires had electrical tape on them, so they need to be out of there. And when you start doing stuff like that, you might as well replace points, condenser. His points were burnt a little, so that's gonna be good. And like I said, coil will probably keep them from burning again, so we're gonna do that. Air filter, because if I don't do it, when's it gonna get done? And we'll probably eventually maybe end up in the carburetor. I don't know. I wanted to get some magical foam C to put in the gasoline, but I never remembered to do that, so I'll have to do that this week sometime. But right now it's sitting here that if they did jump it and take off, it would probably do what they want. Just have a little bit of a mist to it. So I don't know if I'll see him or not. It looks like they're out there working, planting wheat or something. So I will just come back at some point and we'll try to get this going. I mean, maybe he wants to go the replacement alternator route and convert it, but I'm tempted to just get a regulator and see if we can't go again with what we got. Because the regulator doesn't look like it's A1 shape, but that didn't move at all when I tried to do that while ago. I mean, absolutely nothing, not even a twitch. So, like I said, I'm gonna look at wiring diagram and I'll see what he wants to do, if I can get a hold of him at some point. If he wants to go alternator conversion route, we can certainly do that. And we can certainly make this work. You know, we did that to my uncle's tractor and this is exactly the same setup. Look at it, you know. It's got the same style governor, just like we replaced on his. So it's basically just a glorified one of those. So it shouldn't be too hard to make her do what she should do. But I'm gonna call this one here because this is as far as we can go today, and I think I got enough footage. And we made it a little better, but we're not as good as I wanna be. So we'll leave it here and I'll see you in the next one. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.